Hello, welcome to another hiking video. I'm Steve. We are at Christa McAuliffe Park. This is one of the best, if not the best, park place to hike for me. I'm not sure if this is the first one this year. I like to come here in winter, so I maybe did some late winter hikes here or early spring hikes, just don't remember. But now spring is fully involved. We're getting closer to summer now. Everything is very green, so it is good to be here and do a hike. It is, I forgot the time, I think it's like after 3 o'clock. It's late. It's also a Sunday. I usually do my hikes on Saturdays, but I had plans yesterday and it is a late day. It is about 70 degrees. Last I looked, as I was pulling in, it was 70 degrees. It's supposed to be up to 74, so it might get a little warmer before this day's done. It is nice to be here. Tall green plants of some type there. Quite interesting and lovely looking. Lots of big green leaves. I'm going to be out of town next weekend, so more than likely there's no hike next week. I'll be hiking almost every weekend this summer, but once a month I will be out of town, and next weekend is one of those days. Warm enough. I'm wearing shorts, a Hawaiian shirt, gonna move aside, a bike's coming. Parking lot was quite full, so I'm expecting to see some people here today, but I think people were also picnicking in the park themselves, so I don't know how busy the hiking trails will be. Almost perfect weather. If I would say what my favorite temperature would probably be 68, because I warm up when hiking, so 68 would be very nice. So at 70 degrees is amazing. Here's several birds. An inchworm. Only hike, no ministry video. Hello. Some nice flowers. Guessing it'll be a nice hike, 45 minutes, maybe more, we'll see. It gets very green and thick with some of the vegetation, so we'll see if that area is thick that I want to go into, and we can walk there before it gets too thick. Those ravines have some nice trails and passages through them. If the one is too thick, I'll go to the second. Now this is new. See, this is new. This is pointing towards me not being here this spring. That is brand new. Oh, looks like they're trying to slow down the weathering of this ravine. I'm gonna take this side trail. I like this one. Lets you look into the ravine. I sprayed moderate, not super heavy. I did not know what it's going to be like. So far, none of my hikes have been very buggy. As you can see, the ravine is quite getting deeper and deeper. I think we just heard a woodpecker. I don't know if you can hear that. Fairly certain that's a woodpecker. Sure we're going still. Yep, green light, a red light. We're recording. Did bring my drink with me. Not my big one though. Once it's hotter, the big one will come out. And when it gets hotter, I'll start wearing my shoulder neck fan as well. I really like that thing in the hot weather. All right, we left the high grounds, going to the low grounds now. Little muddy here. I'm debating when I come back, I may go out that way. We'll see. That'll definitely add time to it. We'll see, but see how how much hiking we've got recorded when we get here on the way out. We're going to go down to the creek. And we'll head that way when we come out of the creek area. Yep, they cut the branch down that was here, that tree. More evidence that I've not been here. Yeah, the creek is low. Baird Creek. I love the cedars here. You can see lots of cedars now. Love the views here all year long. I would say early spring and late fall, less like this place because you lose its green, you lose the snow white. But other seasons I really enjoy coming here. That's why it's probably my favorite. It's nice to be here all year long. Almost all year long. No problem? No problem? I think those were the same bikers we saw a few minutes ago. Oh, another flower. Very purple. Beautiful. Wow, that's a lovely deep purple. Oh, there's a whole bunch down here. And some smaller, different purple flowers down there. I'm not going to read it, but you can always pause and read it if you want to see it. This sign. the white cedar swamp, a woodland landscape with soggy soil. Yep, white cedar. A lot of cedars here. Isn't that beautiful scene? I've recorded, I don't know, 3 or 4 ministry videos there. I love that scene. Alright, stopped for my first drink. Glad I brought it. It's warm. I'm not hot, but I definitely need a drink. Just love the views here. Lots of purple flowers. Lovely, lovely. There's a hill we just came down from, of course, further down. Once again, another sign I'm not going to read, but I'll show it. You can read it. I'll read some of it. Upland forest, a woodland landscape with cool, moist soils. I'm going to read this because we heard of them a few minutes ago. Woodpeckers drilling for food. 6 species of woodpeckers reside in Wisconsin, and one more can be and one more can be found during migration. The yellow-bellied sapsucker. These bark-clinging birds help control insects and eat wood and accelerate the decomposition process through their chiseling and excavation. So a picture of a red-headed woodpecker, the yellow-bellied sapsucker, the hairy woodpecker, the red-bellied woodpecker, the downy woodpecker, the northern flicker, and a really big one, pileated woodpecker. Oh, those ones are really big. Again, beautiful scenes here. If you're enjoying this video, this hike, please hit like. So we're going to try to make it down this ravine, see if it's not too thick. If we can't go down that way, we will cross the stream here and take the next ravine. That one's usually more open. It's nice seeing all these flowers. We're going to try taking that, but we're going to walk down here a little bit first. I love hiking here. So many different kinds of views. Tempted to go this way, but we're going to head down the main trail through the ravine. This will get you deeper in the ravine. It's a possibility, but if we don't make it, we're going to try taking that second ravine. Lovely birds. All right, let's see if we can make it through here. It's not too thick yet, so I That's why I'm going to try to enjoy this and walk through it while I can. Let's cross this log. Really tall grass there. You gotta cross this little stream here somewhere. Let's try this down here. Yeah. Lots of lovely flowers. View of the hills of the upper land. High ground. There's a hill between two ravines. We will take that other ravine as well. Got plenty of time. I might be brave enough to cross over here. We'll see. No longer have the balance I used to have, so we'll see how brave I am. Just love the views here, Christa McAuliffe. Such a lovely forest. Hope you're enjoying this hike. It's a very lovely hike today. Beautiful weather. Late spring. Birds chirping away for us. Isn't that lovely? Beautiful scene. We'll go up 50 yards this way before turning around. You see I've caught a couple of birds on video. We'll go a little bit more. All right. So spin here. Perfect temperature. Now later on I'll probably enjoy 68 more than 70, but right now 70 is amazing. Love seeing the birds and hearing them. Oh, just love the view. Oh, just amazing. Diverse terrain. We got lowlands, highlands here, nice ravines. We can see both the bottom of the ravine with the lowlands and the higher elevation, yes, elevation, something like that. On the tops of the hills for higher grounds. I have to check for wood ticks going through those tall grasses today. All right, let's see if we can take this log, flattened log, carved log. All right, here we go. Ah, we made it. rather than walk through the tall grass. So this is only gonna get taller. So we'll exit out there through hit this trail on the hill. So we gotta climb up the hill a little bit here. A little muddy here. Slippery. Made it. So we're gonna skip that tall grass over there. So that's the trail we said we could take, so we came back on it. Yeah, try to avoid tall grass if you want to avoid the woodpeckers. So that was the trail we took and crossed the log, and the grass gets a little taller. Again, it's only get thicker and taller, so we may not make it through there until fall, unless they come very soon from now. All right, we're gonna cross the creek. Should be pretty easy. It's narrow, shallow at this time. New log here though. Rather than walking the logs, I'm going to try taking the rocks. More stable for me. And this one here is not Baird Creek, it's drains into Baird Creek. Alright, this is the next ravine. We're going to go down this way. We'll come back and we'll explore a little bit this way and get to Baird Creek again. There's a bridge over there we can cross. Big tree. Looks like a maple. Love walking through these ravines. Different kind of terrain. It gets usually very green because a lot of moisture in here. The sign talked about that. Very moist soils here. The water comes down the ravine It makes it very wet. Hoping you're enjoying this video, folks. If you haven't done it, please hit like. Just a lovely day and a lovely hike. Surrounded by hills on left and right. That hill there is between the two ravines. Very lovely Sunday afternoon hike. I didn't think about it till I got here, but I do need to explore a different Baird Creek trail. Talked about it last week. The back side, well, the other side of Baird Creek, because I want to explore that and maybe do a ministry video down there next couple weeks. I'm lowering my ministry content, but I will be doing a few this summer. 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll see, but not every week. A squirrel. See, a lot of moisture here. More birds and squirrels. A lot of moisture. Spring is drying up though, but there's going to be a lot of moisture here all year long, most of the year. So I got to cross a makeshift bridge here made of lots of logs. Here we go. This is an actual bridge, but very short. And then it continues with all these logs, sticks really. Make sure we're still recording. Yep, we are. This is not the creek. This is just collected water from the highlands. Very nice late spring hike at Christa McAuliffe. In the Baird Creek Greenway, if you want to call it that, is a particular area in Baird Creek I refer to as the Greenway, but the whole thing is the Baird Creek Greenway. Baird Creek Causeway. Whatever term you want to use. Corridor. Getting close to the road. There's a bridge here. We'll probably see the bridge before we turn around because it's probably not too thick yet. Yeah, I already see it. There it is. But the trees will grow, the brush will grow, and then you won't be able to see it later this summer. You can clearly see it now. Yeah, let's go under if it's dry enough. A lot more flowers here. Look at them all. Wow. Big patch of flowers. Wow, it's really muddy. No, I'm not going to walk through that mud. So that's as close as we get. We're almost at the bridge. Due to the mud, I'm just going to turn around. Not dry enough yet. I think this is my 3rd or 4th year using these boots. They've been really good for me. Keep my feet dry 99% of the time. I've stepped in a creek, busted through ice into the creek. These boots are really good. Nice thick grips for slippery areas. Like earlier I went through up that hill and it was muddy. That's slightly slippery, but I made it up without an issue. It's just a cheap Chinese brand. I only found it because I wear a wide shoe, so I searched the Amazon for wide shoe hiking and I found it. If it's still available, I'll put an Amazon link down below. I'm not affiliated. I'm not going to get anything if you click on it. But if you're just interested in what I used to hike, I'll link it down below in the description. Thinking about getting my second drink soon. Alright, gonna cross the stick bridge. It's not really a bridge, just a bunch of sticks laid so you don't get your feet wet as you walk through this wet area. Have I said it's such a lovely day? Have I said it's such a lovely hike? Glad to be out here. I asked my wife if she wanted to come, but not yet. She's she's got one more week in teaching and she'll have a lot more time. I expect her more hiking after next week. That's an old bridge they threw aside, I guess. Maybe it's the one I'm expecting to cross. Well, actually, that looks more like a ramp than a bridge. They have a lot of bikes here. I said we're going to continue this way. We're not going to go deep this way because if you go too far, you start going the other direction, closer to the highway. It gets loud. So I've only been that way I only went all the way around once. I'm considering doing it once again this summer. We'll see. But I'm going to only go partially around. We'll go a little more east and then it starts turning west. Shortly after it starts turning west, we'll turn around and head out. So I saw about 3 squirrels today. And a bunch of birds. Got some good close views of some of the songbirds and such. Some birches there. I love my birches. And a nice pine tree. Maybe that's a white pine. All right, we're gonna go deeper in. That's a really big tree. I think it's an elm, but I'm not certain. Really big. Hear a family behind me. They haven't crossed over the creek though. Well, again, that's not Baird Creek there. That's just a one of those drains in the ridges that empties into Baird Creek, which we're coming to very soon. Oh, strong scent of the growth. I usually only go this far, maybe 2 times, maybe 3 times a year. I usually circle back at the creek there. Or again, not a creek. There's Baird Creek. About to cross it. About 2 minutes. Earlier I said I might head out and extend the hike. I think we got enough footage today, so I think we're just gonna head straight out once we're done here. trillium. Three trilliums. One there, here, here. They come in yellow and pink. Oh, there goes a chipmunk. Don't see too many trilliums in the Green Bay area. A lot more up north, you see them. I think there's a restriction on picking them. I think they were starting to get low, not quite rare. I think it takes 7 years for them to produce flowers. Something like that. All right, here's where we're gonna cross. No, they didn't rebuild it. Looks like they worked on it a little bit this year, though, this last spring. A few more logs than it's almost like half logs, half boards now. And here's Baird Creek. All right, let's cross. So this is the furthest east you go. And we'll be heading west shortly. Definitely at this curve. I like this little open area. I've recorded 2 videos here. We'll go a little more west before we turn around. I think there is a small, narrow field. We'll go to that before we turn around and head back. And this is Baird Creek. I'd say at this point we're definitely halfway through our hike, because we turn around shortly and we're gonna head straight out. So if you haven't done it yet, please hit like. You're welcome to subscribe. But if you're only here for hiking videos and you don't want to dig through my channel, we'll talk about that at the end as we get near the end. And there's easier ways to find my hiking videos than just subscribing and digging through for hiking videos. I'll talk about that at the end, near the end. Oh, here's that field area. Oh, they did a lot of cleaning up. They got some brush piles here. Wow, they really widened this out. Step a few feet here, a couple of yards, and we'll turn around. That might be a fruit tree there. It's definitely warm in the sun here. Time for a quick drink before we head back. I needed it. Stepping into this field made me hot in the sun. Last time I complained that my when I drink got cold, less cold, became warm. So I definitely made it into the freezer for probably like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours before filling it with more drink. So I had a nice solid ice on the bottom of my drink. Alright, we're heading out. Make sure we're still recording. We are. That's funny, just as I said that, the camera turned off. I'm at 33%, plenty of battery strength to record this. But I'd be watchful of my battery if it keeps dying like that. Perfect time for the bird to chirp and sing for us as we look at the stream. Use that as a picture there. I gotta collect more of them for do my A/B testing. I think about a year ago YouTube allows you to do A/B testing where you can use 2 different thumbnails, 2 different titles on the same video, and you can test it to see which one gets more views and that kind of thing. I don't get enough views, so none of them have worked out for me. But I still want to keep using it because that might pan out someday. Again, nice sense in this same spot I smelled it earlier. Nice fresh green spring smell. Sometimes in a marsh area it can be stinky, but these are pleasant smells. There it is again. All right, gonna cross over. Another one on a bridge they got rid of. Maybe it was just a part of that bridge. Alright, heading out. It'll be a few minutes though. I would guess maybe 20 minutes. I smell that. Very strong, pleasant spring smell in that area. Two bikes. Saw one group, a family, and saw one and heard one as we were heading that way. I expect to run across them with a family. They walk slower. I'm heading out, so I'll probably run across them. That's fine. If I didn't want to share these wonderful hikes, I would not produce these on YouTube, right? I want people to enjoy these hikes. That's why I rank them. I don't keep what's my favorite hidden. This might be my favorite. People can come here and enjoy it. I'm not going to keep that a secret. In fact, I was here probably 2 years ago recording a video and somebody recognized me, knew who I was, knew about my channel. If you're out and about and you see me, say hi to me. I'll talk with you. Can't promise I'll put you in camera. I generally try to keep the camera off people because it does offend some people. One park ranger from Brown County saw me, knew me when I was at the outside of the new zoo reforestation camp. He followed me when I parked and talked to me and said he watches my videos. So don't be shy. If you see me, come say hi. All right, let's cross. Again, this is not Baird Creek. This is just a ravine that collects the water and empties into Baird Creek. All right, we got to cross here. Here we go. I expect they'll cut this one down. They're very aware of the bikes, so that tree will stop the bikes. I expect them to cut it down. Just lovely views. Isn't the scenes just beautiful? Make a comment below if you enjoy this hike, this place. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Family of 3. At least 3 that are here. Look like a dad and his 2 sons. Again, I try not to record people when I'm walking by them. I think it's good etiquette. If you want to be on camera and you see me, tell me so. I'll put you on. And if you don't, I won't put you on. You can smell the pines, cedars here. Oh, there's a crane. Don't know if I've ever seen one here. We've seen cranes before in other hikes on the East River Trail. Seen them at Sensiba, but never here that I can remember. That was nice. Again, such lovely scenes with the cedars here. White cedar swamp. So tell me, what parts do you like here? Do you like it when I do the yellow forest here? That'll come up in 3 months, 4 months. I'll spend usually 2 to 4 weeks here when the colors change to yellow, because it is amazing. Whatever your part is that you like, let us know in the comments. If someone makes a comment and you agree it's a beautiful place, like their comment. Helps let me decide what to concentrate on when I'm recording it. Yeah, these flowering buds of flowers are about to bud into flowers, I'm guessing. Nice smell, very refreshing. Warming up from a nice long hike and heading up a hill that'll warm me up. Oh! Is this the right turn? Let's take this one. Maybe this is the one I should be taking. Not the previous one. Yeah, I don't take it usually very often. And this is definitely looks more used and walked on. You can see Baird Creek below. Again, we were down there. The less steep path. That was the steeper one and shorter one. It was nice seeing that Sandhill Crane. Let's go down here again. Again, that's strong spring smell. Maybe that's the same field we saw earlier that had been widened out. They have experimental planting. They have different trees. You can see the posts. I think we can turn right here. I think. Yep. Yep. Hello. Jogger with poles. Don't see that often, joggers with poles. I see walkers with poles. I don't know, 3 or 4 times a year. But joggers with poles? That's a rare. I think this is the ravine I like to turn on at the top in the upper land. I think this is the same ravine, but I'm just guessing. I don't know for certain. There are a lot of ravines here. Nice, lovely spring scents again. It's like the 5th or 6th time. 4th or 5th time or so. Love that smell. It's fresh spring smell. It's just amazing. Let's see if I can interact with the smell. Scratch your screen to see if you can smell the smell. Just kidding. Don't scratch your screen. We got signs that helps us know we're going the right way. Oh, this is the way out. Looks familiar. Heading up the hill into the high grounds. getting warm. I'll get to the top of the hill and get another drink. I think this dumps out into another meadow area. Yeah, I'm like 90% certain where I'm coming out at. It's that meadow. Whew. Tough climb. All right, time for a drink. I'm probably at 20-30% left, and I'm almost out. Oh, I'm probably smelling these. Very fragrant smell here. This might be blackberry briars. Maybe. Smells good, whatever that is. Here's the little meadow we're going to pass through. Again, probably do this twice a year, this area. That tree looks very fragrant. Dragonfly. When I leave this meadow, we're going to do my end of video spiel. Hopefully you enjoy this hike. Once again, if you haven't hit like, please do. Would appreciate any comments you have. Ooh, hot in the sun. Just guessing it feels like 72 there. All right, back on the main trail. Hi. Hello. All right, here we're going to do my end of video spiel. If you want to subscribe, you're welcome to do so. And while I do have over 200 hiking videos, the main focus of this channel is ministry videos. I spoke a little about here, but you will not find any ministry in my hiking videos. And if you want to find hiking and not have to dig through my channel by subscribing, I have good news for you. At the end of the video, I will have playlists. At the beginning of the video, we had the intro with the music. At the outro, there will also be music. At the end of the outro, you will see boxes in the corners of the screen. Those are YouTube playlists. And this upper corner